Greetings and salutations to all of you lovely people out there in YouTube land, as well as Patreon. Welcome back to another installment of Counter Reaction. So, in today's episode, I'm going to be taking a look at NF My Stress. Now, for some context, this was a song that was suggested to me by a coworker of mine when I first started doing NF reactions. This man tried to play this song for me multiple times, week after week, when he wouldn't see it on the channel. He's like, dude, just let me show you this song. I really like this song. I said, no, dude, I'm gonna get to it. I promise you, I'm gonna get to it. It got to the point to where he just gave up. He just gave up. In fact, a few of my coworkers that are aware of the channel, they know not to play certain artists in the warehouse, in their offices, because there's been instances where I walk in, I'm like, no, I can't hear this, it's been like that. Now, none of those songs have ever made their way on the channel, but they might in the future, and at that point, I might even forget the first, the few lines that I heard. Anyways, so this one is not for him. He's gonna watch this because this is probably gonna make it to YouTube. Good or bad, as you guys know. But at the same time, like, it kind of is for him, man. I like this dude. He's a good guy. He just had his first child, so congrats to him and his wife. I don't want to name him because he has a big head already. Physically it's big, yes, but metaphorically, it's also pretty big, so we're gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, so this one's gonna be for that dude, and yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. This better be good, man. This guy fucking swore by this song.
Some days I just wanna leave the negativity in my head. I just want relief from my stress. I just want relief from my stress. Some days I don't wanna see or have a bunch of people to impress. I just want relief from my stress. Yeah, I just want relief from my stress. Late nights, staring out the window doing 85. Got my state of mind, yeah. Walking on that gray line, hoping that my stress dies. It's like I hate it, but I love it at the same time. Pressure pushing me from all sides. Insecurities of all kinds, yeah. I'm a hostage to my own pride. Most important things in life to me are things I know I can't buy. Yeah, it's me in phases. I'm not in the mood yet to meet another stranger. I'm not in the mood yet to have a conversation and talk about a bunch of things that I don't feel amazed with. Getting too close to me, whoa, could be dangerous. I don't like that energy, I leave the situation. All this negativity that I can't get away from. All this negativity I think I need a break from. I'm thankful, but some days I just wanna leave the negativity in my head.
So far, yeah, the rhymes were on point. That's like one of the things. I'm looking at everything from a technical standpoint. There's so many things that I'm considering when I'm listening to music, but when it comes to NF, it's like there's a few things to look out for. A few things that I don't need to look out for. One, the production's going to be amazing. It's going to be dope. Don't need to listen for it. The chorus is going to be solid. It's either going to be, it's going to fringe on good and good enough. I don't think I've heard a bad chorus from him yet. Maybe on the album review that I did, that's going to stay on Patreon for Hope. There was a few songs that I didn't like the chorus on. But there was quite a few songs that I liked on that one. But anyways, what I'm listening for is any slants, any reaches, any bad attempts at a bar. But pretty sound so far. So, and my coworkers know I am this person 100% of the time. It doesn't matter what the situation is. I am going to be straight the fuck up, like with everything. everybody in my life that knows me, they know me. They respect it. Sometimes it's a little bit hard in the beginning, but they always come around because you know what you're going to get with me. You don't got to worry about, other bullshit like you have to with other people, right? That are kind of like fake and yeah, nah. So because he's been wanting me to listen to this song, I'm not going to give it a good, like, he knows. He comes to my office with his phone and shows me like a freestyle of some shit, and he'll be like, give me your rating, and I'll be like, yeah, this is like a solid 4.2, and he's like, what? But he's starting to listen to music a lot differently as a result. So but yeah, I don't want to pick things apart all the time because I don't want to highlight all the negatives and only highlight a few positives. So I'm kind of taking a slightly different approach to a lot of my reactions, where I just don't say a lot of things. It's not me lying to you guys, but it's also me not being, forthcoming with my opinion in a way where you guys can interpret it as me being negative. It's just me being me. But anyways, let's continue.
Just want relief from my stress. I just want relief from my stress. Some days I don't wanna see you have a bunch of people to impress. I just want relief from my stress. Yeah, I just want relief from my stress. Yo, this life got my head spinning. Wonder what I'd do if I knew these were my last minutes. Wonder if I had a week to live, would I stay tripping? Wasting every day that I had left trying to sell tickets. Or maybe call my dad, say I love him and laugh with him. Take a couple days and get away from this fast living. I don't love my work the way I did, man. This whole business has got me feeling jaded. Friends I had, now they act different. It's all switching, whoa, yeah. It's pretty hard to watch things you used to love turn to things that you wish you forgot. Real moments that make you question the things that you want. Got me growing mentally, but stressing me out till I drop over the top. It's where I live on a daily basis. I always find a way to find the bad in good situations. It's sad, huh? Yeah, I live my life on the edge. Don't want the meds. I'm just trying to get relief from my stress,
Okay. When he ended it with "it's sad, huh?" I thought he was gonna start rhyming with that because I thought that was the transition, but it wasn't, and it always throws me off because in my mind that's what it should have been. And in most instances, whatever wasn't the transition, and he rhymes with something completely different, I'm like, man, yeah, you should have used that as the transition. But in this instance, it was fine because it went back to the main topic at hand, his stress, and it rhymed with the title of the song. So in this instance, I give it a pass. Typically, I wouldn't. And also, I would usually keep that critique to myself because you guys aren't listening to the music the way I'm listening to it, which is completely fine. But I've noticed that nobody cares. And that's also fine. Nobody cares. So, I have to be kind of, very selective with what I choose to highlight. I don't even know why I mentioned that, because some of you are going to be like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Some might know what I'm talking about. Some might not care. And that's fine. Most might not care. But, okay. I'm guessing there's another verse. That was 2. Let's go. I need 3 verses from artists. I mean, like, even myself, I did 3 for the longest time. Only recently, I was like, man, no one's doing 3 verses anymore. Okay, that's the fucking, like, that's how it's going down. Let's just change it to 2. Started doing that like 5-6 years ago. But with artists like this that have a huge following, I want them to make songs with 3 verses for their fan bases. They deserve it. You guys deserve it. So, let's go.
Some days I just want to leave the negativity in my head. I just want relief from my stress. I just want relief from my stress. Some days I don't wanna see her have a bunch of people to impress. I just want relief from my stress. Yeah, I just want relief from my stress. These stress levels are not healthy. I'm waiting for that call saying records are not selling. I wonder when this all disappears and they forget me. Will I feel like I found who I was or be more empty? I wonder, was I wrong thinking this is where God led me? Or did I get involved with something that was too heavy?
Okay. I like a lot of that. There was one part that threw me for a loop, a little bit of a loop. It was just a word that did not need to be there. I'm gonna rewind it back and listen to it again. But man, it's still good. It's still nothing that would detract from how good this song has been thus far, or how much I like that part. But yeah. Okay.
Stress, these stress levels are not healthy. I'm waiting for that call saying records are not selling. I wonder when this all disappears and they forget me. Will I feel like I found who I was or be more empty? I wonder, was I wrong thinking this is where God led me? Or did I get involved with something that was too heavy? I drive into...
It's the found that threw me off, because it doesn't fit. Does he rhyme something with found before? He doesn't do it afterwards. That's what bothered me.
Stress levels are not healthy. I'm waiting for that call saying records are not selling. I wonder when this all disappears and they forget me. Will I feel like I found who I was or be more empty? I wonder, was I wrong thinking this is where God led me? Or did I get involved with something that was too heavy? I drive until I'm lost and just sit in my car yelling. My inner critic talks. I'm just hoping that God helps me to stop stressing.
I like that part.
Yeah. Someday, I just wanna leave the negativity in my head. I just want relief from my stress. I just want relief from my stress. Someday, I don't wanna see her have a bunch of people to impress. I just want relief from my stress. Yeah, I just want relief from my stress. Yeah, someday.
Okay, so just to kind of clarify a few things, a lot of you guys that have been following the channel since the beginning know that I listen to things a little differently, and certain things bother me that normally wouldn't bother, anybody else, or maybe a small percentage of people. This is just how I listen. This is just how I listen to music, man. With there being so much music out there in the world, I wouldn't allow artists to do certain things. In my mind, I'm like, it's my world that I live in, right? I stopped thinking that these artists were making music for me. I felt that way for a very long time. Up until like my late teens, like, this is so bad. And then I got to the point to where I kind of opened my mind a little bit, but still retained some of that like elitism. I don't know what you want to call it when it comes to everything that involves music production. So I say all of that to say, what bothers me might not bother you. This is based off of what I am listening for. You guys can start a channel and tell me how much you don't care about it bothering me, or how much you like that part because it does, whatever it does for you, however it makes you feel. Like, you guys can create some sort of counter argument for it, but I'm here to share my thoughts, like my personal thoughts. So it wasn't like the small parts of this song that I didn't like, very small, minute, just insignificant. So nothing that would be a deal breaker. Sometimes it's very egregious and it's like, this is a deal breaker, and nothing in this song was a deal breaker. So as a result, this is like a good, I'm not bumping this in the car. This is like background music. I feel like this is pretty good office hip hop background music. That's a kind of a weird playlist, right? I do have that playlist. It's just called work hip hop because I have so many playlists. And it's like, it's usually things that are a little bit more, you know, subdued, nothing that's too crazy. A lot of people don't want to listen to hip hop in the mornings. I know, they're crazy, I get it, but there are those people. I've worked in a lot of different office environments. So yeah, that's probably where I would put this one. So anyways, that's gonna be all for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I do hope to catch you all on the next one.
Round after round after round, I'm getting loaded. That's a lot of shots, huh?
Yo, M, I am not letting you get away with that, my boy.